and welcome back. I hope you are all having a magical day. Now today I'm gonna do the very exciting thing where in real time I am packing for my 12-day vacation to Europe, including a 7-night Disney Cruise Line vacation. And I'm like, hey, what the heck? I leave in like 24 hours. Let's also do a YouTube video about what I'm packing. I'm crazy. It's okay. There's time. Who needs sleep? I do. Okay, yeah, I do. I think this will like in turn help me with the jet lag. But anyway, I am leaving for Copenhagen. And I will be in Copenhagen for 3 full days. And then I hop on the Disney Cruise Line Magic ship for a 7-night Northern European cruise where we stop in Stockholm, Sweden, Tallinn, Estonia, St. Petersburg, Russia, and Helsinki, Finland. And then I go back to Copenhagen for 1 more night, and then I come back to the United States. So I thought I would show you everything that I am packing for my trip. I'll show you some clothing items, but this will mainly be like other things besides clothes. So if you are interested in seeing what I am packing for my 12-day European adventure, including my 7-night Disney cruise, stay tuned and let's just get this started. Here we go. Alright, so like I mentioned, I am going on this vacation and I am actually going with my grandmother. My grandma and I used to travel together a lot when I was younger. Her and my grandpa would take me to, they took me actually to my first European trip when I was only 11. We went to like all of Western Europe and did like London, Paris, Switzerland, Italy, all that fun stuff. So I'm very blessed that they would take me so young. They took me to a lot of places in the continental US as well. And then when I got a little bit older, when I was 13, my grandma took me to China. And then when I was 14, she took me to India. So again, I'm very blessed to have traveled so often when I was younger. But I haven't gone on a trip, just her and myself, since then, and that has been a very long time ago. So I'm very excited to go on this adventure with her. And this will also be her first Disney Cruise Line vacation. She goes on a bunch of cruises. She used to go with my grandpa all the time, but they would do like the Holland cruises, or she's done Viking cruises before. So this is my opportunity to really show her why that little extra money with the Disney Cruise Line is incredibly worth it. So we'll see how that goes. So for luggage, I'm packing a little bit lighter, but like not really actually, which is probably, if you're a European like backpack trip person, this is probably not for you because I am not lightly packing. I am making sure I have everything that I need. But I'm going to bring one very large suitcase. So like when you think of like a suitcase, like a big suitcase, that's what I am bringing. So that will be my 1 checked bag because I am flying Delta and you get 1 free checked bag. And then I will also be bringing my carry-on, which if you follow me on Instagram, you've probably seen my carry-on. It's like one of my favorites. I have the Calpac Oh Joy collaboration, and it's just like their little carry-on that I really love. I'm able to pack a lot in it. Typically, when I go on vacations or if I'm doing like a longer weekend trip, I will just do everything in this suitcase. And then a recent addition to my travel luggage is I splurged a little bit on an Away Everywhere bag. They didn't have the one I wanted in stock. I've always been eyeing the blush leather one, and it's been out of stock for literally like 5 months. And this was like the most colorful one that they had in stock when I purchased it. I'm trying to pack as much as I can. It actually does really hold a lot. I went to Chicago recently for 5 days and packed a lot in there, so it's really nice. I recommend looking that out. But this will be my first like flight with the bag. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how it works as my personal item and seeing how much I can actually fit in there. Okay, so let's first talk about what I am putting in my everywhere bag. Let me tell you, this flight is a long one. I'm not entirely sure how long it is, but I leave out of Minneapolis and we go direct to Paris, and then we connect to go to Copenhagen. But we leave at like 4:15 p.m., meaning that that's like already midnight in Copenhagen time. So I have to I'm gonna get some ZzzQuil or some Benadryl or something to knock myself out on the plane. I'm probably also gonna wake up super early, so I'm very tired by the time the flight starts. And I haven't gone on a really long flight in a very long time, so I don't necessarily remember what it's like. But I did splurge and I got this fancy eye mask, and I'll link all of these below that I can. I got most of them on Amazon, of course. But it's a really nice eye mask. It's cushioned in the middle. It's very, very soft. I'll model it for you. Oh yeah, see, it's so nice. I very much enjoy it. So I plan on wearing this so I can sleep on the plane. But along with that, this is my favorite purchase. I got this travel neck pillow, and yes, it is able to fit into this little thing, but it blows up. Please hold. So you open this and it rolls up really nice, whatever. It's this pretty teal color. But then you see you have this little bump, and you just pump it. It doesn't take too long. I should have timed it. I think it takes 30 seconds up to a minute. My nails are really sharp right now, so I would keep jabbing myself. So yeah, oh my gosh, that didn't take long at all. And then you just close the little air duct thing, and then you can see it has these cushions. Oh, yes. Yes. Oh, see, I'm just gonna pop a Benny, and I'm gonna be living my best life on the airplane. And to deflate it, super easy. You undo the thing, and you just press it in. Oops. Again, my nails are really long and really sharp. But that was so easy. And then you just roll it back up and put it in the little baggie. It was $15, guys. I'm not kidding. I'm so excited about that. Okay, I'm also obviously bringing my wallet, my passport, which I have in this Kate Spade passport holder. I know a lot of people get the protected passport holder, so that's something to look into as well. I do have my little Copenhagen guide with my Copenhagen card, which is this card that gives you, we have it for 72 hours. But it basically gives you admission to basically one of everything that you can do in Copenhagen. So one admission to Tivoli Gardens, one to each of the castles, unlimited public transportation, all these really amazing things, and it was decently cheap as well. So I have this, and then along with it came a little book that tells you about all the things to do, all the sightseeing and whatnot. So that's gonna go in my carry-on as well. I'm also bringing a journal to basically remember everything that's happening on the trip. I do plan on vlogging it, but obviously more personal things will be happening, and I will put them all in my journal, which I've already started with our ports of call. I've already done some must-eats, some must-sight-sees that I really want to make sure I hit up. So that will be going in my carry-on as well. Also, I do plan on sleeping a majority of the trip. I'm bringing my iPad as well to watch some shows that I've downloaded. Mainly I've downloaded Queer Eye, which I can't watch on the planes because I cry every episode. It's fine, I've downloaded it. We've already committed. But I also was considering bringing a book, but I didn't want to bring one that was too large. So I'm actually going to bring the Independent Guide to Disneyland Paris book that I found. It's a little bit outdated. It's the 2018 version, but I'm going to Paris next month. It's a whirlwind. I have a month of summer at my job, and so I'm jamming all of my vacations in one little compact time. But that way I have something to read and learn, I suppose. Then in my carry-on, I'm going to do my essential, like, daily things. So I have some Pedialyte, as well as some liquid IV, which is basically the same thing as Pedialyte, but a little more vitamins in it. I have some Emergen-C, and then I have my Care of vitamins. I don't always take my Care of vitamins, but I do bring them when I travel because they're way more convenient, and I otherwise take Ollie vitamins, which are like the really delicious gummy vitamins. But I found that sometimes when you travel, like one time I've had them all melt together before. So it was like one giant vitamin with like mixes of like a multivitamin, a probiotic, all these things. So I don't travel with my Ollie vitamins anymore. So the Care of vitamins are very, very helpful for traveling. All right, next we will go through this little pouch that I have. This is one of my favorite ones that I have from Parkbound Buttons, aka Casey and the Bear. I love all of her pouches. They're really amazing to travel with. I have like 4 of them, I think. But in here, I have just a ton of Band-Aids, a ton of shout wipes because your girl is not clean. I spill all the time. Some tissues, some floss, and then a bunch of dairy pills because I am intolerant to lactose. I love that for me. Some Neosporin and some friction block because we're going to be walking a lot. And then I also have, the last 2 things in here I have are these, I got some collapsible metal straws off of Amazon, which come in this like really convenient case. And also there's a cleaner in here, but they're super easy. And I don't know, I would assume that Copenhagen does either metal or paper straws, but you never know. And it's just collapsible and it just like, yay, you did it. But when I got these on Amazon, it actually came in a package of 2, which is perfect. So I'll bring one for myself and my grandmother. And then to fold it, you just put it back like this in here. Maybe. Easy peasy. And then I also brought some peppermint oil. As you guys recall from my Disney Cruise Line trip, I do get motion sick. So I packed some peppermint oil as well. That's one thing I didn't try my last cruise line. So that's all going in pouch number 1. In pouch number 2 from Parkbound Buttons, I have more of my motion relief. So I'm bringing my relief band, which I have not brought on a cruise before. I used it at Walt Disney World on a couple of attractions, but I've never actually brought it on a cruise. So I'm really excited to see how it will work for me on this cruise line. So I have my relief band. I also have my C-bands. This is a fake ring. I am not going to bring my wedding ring on the trip, mainly because, and I know my grandma's like, oh, I always turn it around so you can't see it. And I'm like, no girl, I will lose it. The diamond has fallen out of my ring before. Don't worry, I found it. But like, I don't want that to happen. I don't want to like, I'm very clumsy, so I will like hit it all the time. A prong might break off. I'm just not risking it. I found this like incredibly beautiful ring on Amazon for like $20. So I'm going to wear this the entire trip. I wore a fake ring on my cruise in January as well because I just get so nervous. So I'm just going to leave it here so I don't have to worry about it. And then in here I have so I brought some yoga mist, which it's lavender and sage. It's mainly like it's like a room spray, but lavender scented. I actually got this from Anthropology, and I added some more lavender drops as well, just because it's very calming to me. The lavender scent is very soothing, especially like you're gonna be gone for a really long time. You don't want like your anxiety really high. So I recommend always bringing some lavender spray just to like spray in your room, spray before you go to bed, so you're like put at ease essentially. I also have my AirPods because yes, 100%. Like I mentioned, I'm also bringing my iPad, and I will probably bring my laptop as well because I'm a creature of habit and I can't just like leave all of my work. I will at least be checking or working on something at some point. So I'm going to bring my laptop, but my AirPods are a must. And then a good friend of mine, she's a travel agent friend and a Disney friend that I've met, Megan, recommended that I get some items from The Laundress. She mentioned their crease release, which is like a wrinkle spray. She said it was really, really great. So I got that. And then I also got their wash and stain bar to possibly do some laundry while I'm on the ship, while I'm in Copenhagen. Or just you never know what you're gonna need. And it's so small, but apparently a little bit of it goes a long way. So I'm really excited to try out both of these. They're really great travel companions. I will also bring my mini fan, which I bring everywhere. The weather's not going to be like incredibly warm there. I think it's gonna be like high 60s, mid 70s-ish, but every port will be different. But I sleep with a fan at night, and so I sleep with this plugged in next to me. So she's coming with me. I also am bringing wet ones because planes carry the most germs ever. If you're not gonna wipe down everything, at least wipe down the tray in front of you on your seat. That carries the most germs of like anything everywhere. So definitely bring some wet wipes. Wipe it down just a little bit. There's so many germs on planes. You don't know what has happened in the seat before you. So antibacterial wipes. I'm also bringing some protein bars. I really like Ollie brand. I don't know why. They are all plant-based and gluten-free as well, and they're super tasty. If you've ever had a Cliff Bar, they're like white macadamia nut. These birthday cupcake ones taste just like it, but I have some of these. I also have some other snacks that I'm bringing as well. Also, I am bringing some cords. So obviously, like phone chargers, things like that. I'm not bringing a portable charger because I actually bought one of those like built-in chargers for your phone case. It makes it incredibly heavy, but it does work. Like I tested this one, I don't know what brand it is, but I tested it all day. I like started off the morning, I watched so many YouTube videos, I listened to podcasts, listened to music constantly, and then so that got without using any battery or low power mode or anything like that. And then around 2 p.m. my phone got down to 20%, and I charged it with the case, and by like 8:45 p.m. I was still at like 85%. So I'm bringing this instead. Like I said, it does make my, oops, I just turned it on. So you can see it's like fully charged. But I do plan on bringing this instead of a portable charger so I don't have to mess with like cords or anything like that throughout my day in Copenhagen or on the ship. I struggled the most with finding an adapter for Europe. I won't need one on Disney Cruise Line, but I will need one in Copenhagen. Both of my straightener and curling iron are both universal voltage, so I didn't need like a converter or anything, but I still like wanted to make sure that I didn't fry the curling irons and straighteners, or I didn't set a fire to anything. And honestly, I think this was like the biggest stress of finding my trip, because it wasn't until like a week and a half ago that I was like, oh, wait, I need one of these. I can't. And everybody's like, you don't need to do your hair on vacation. Girl. But so I asked my friend Laura from the Bucket List Narratives, because I know they go to Paris all the time. They travel all the time. And she recommended this one. It comes in this nice little case, but what's really cool is that it's like Europe, the UK, or US and Australia, and you can like, you can pick which one you're going to, and the prompts will come out. But they also, it's like the normal plug, but then there's some USB chargers, there's like a Mac laptop charger, just everything you need. And she uses heating tools for her hair as well, and she said she's never had any issues with this. And this was only like $20 or $25 on Amazon. So those are the things I think I'm gonna try and fit in my everywhere bag. In my carry-on, I'll put like a lot of the things I need for just those 3 days in Copenhagen, so I can kind of leave my larger suitcase mainly for the cruise, so I don't have to like unpack it while we're in Copenhagen. But I wanted to show you a couple other things I'm bringing. I am going to bring, I think I'm just like constantly promoting Park Fountain Buttons, which I should, because she's one of my best friends, so that's fine. But she also has these lanyards, and I used it for my cruise line vacation in January. I think I get a Disney Cruise Line lanyard, because this is my second Disney Cruise Line cruise, so I think they give you a lanyard when you check in. But this one's so cute, and it's Vanellope Von Schweetz, and I love it so much. So I'm bringing this lanyard. I'm bringing a reusable bag. It folds up here and then it opens like it's a little purse. So I'm bringing this bag in case we like do some shopping or anything like that at the ports or in Copenhagen. Also, if you guys have seen my traveling with basin, you know I just love basin for like traveling and whatnot. And I also love these stasher bags, which are like the reusable Ziplocs. And I found that if I put my basin shampoo and conditioner bars in here, plus my basin like body wash soap, it is like a perfect carrier. But it's really great even if they're like wet and you can put them in there, it doesn't get all messy or anything. So I'm obsessed with this, which I'm also bringing. I'm not bringing a lot of purses with me on the cruise. I do plan on wearing my Vera Bradley backpack with a majority of the stuff that I am bringing. Like I plan on wearing this backpack for all of my port adventures, for walking through Copenhagen. It's just like really great. It has a lot of awesome pockets. But I do have to bring my Mickey bag on the Disney Cruise Line ship because like, duh. And it travels really well. It gets really flat, so it's not gonna take up a lot of space. But I have to bring him. I'm not gonna show you all of the clothes that I am bringing because there is like a formal night, so I'm bringing a formal dress. There's a semi-formal night, so I'm bringing like a cocktail dress as well. And a couple other dresses because I do like to get dressed up for dinner. So does my grandma. But I will show you some of the staple items that I found that I think are really going to be great. The first one being that I was at Old Navy and I found these linen blazers. It's very wrinkly right now. But they're so lightweight and really like you think of Europe and you're like, ah, linen, you know what I mean? So I actually got one in white and in this like camel color. And I thought because they're saying bring layers over there because the weather, like the high could be 68 for the day. So that can get a little chilly, especially in the summer now when I'm used to like a high of like 95 degrees. So I'm bringing those as staples. I'm also going to bring a denim jacket. Either one of the three can go with any of the outfits that I'm planning on bringing. As for bottoms, I am bringing, like I said, a lot of dresses, but I do plan on bringing 2 pairs of jeans, just like a regular pair and a polka dot pair because I love my polka dot pair. They're from J. Crew. But then I also found white linen pants from Old Navy. These were $34.99, but I got them when it was like 40% off or 50% off the store. And I thought that's a really great way to pair with a cute top and the jean jacket or the cute top and the camel linen blazer, just all the linen. But I thought those were really great staples for your port adventures, for walking around, things like that. I know there's a lot more that I'm missing. Obviously, I'm bringing a lot more clothes. I have more toiletries, like my cleansing routine, my makeup, things like that. Those are some things that were a little bit unique to my trip that I don't typically bring on all of my vacations, so I thought they may be useful for any of you who plan on going either away overseas or somewhere for a longer amount of time here in the States. So let me know below in the comments if there's something unique to you traveling that you cannot travel without, or you found it was like way more efficient to bring this like 1 or 2 items. All right, guys. Well, I hope you stayed with me for so long. Yes, I did bring a lot of items. Yes, I probably missed a thing or two, or they're already packed somewhere else. But I'm really excited for this vacation. And I can't wait because this means I'm going to have a lot of vlog content coming up, which I've mentioned before. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you're following my adventures. This is releasing on Monday, the 29th of July, which means I have landed in Copenhagen. So make sure you're following me on Instagram at @themagicalmiranda for all of my adventures this trip and past that trip, because I do go on a lot of adventures, which is really exciting. So make sure you're following me on there, and I can't wait. I'm so excited. All right, thank you guys again, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.